Good afternoon, SFL League members and team owners, and welcome to another edition of the Sydney Football League Breakdown. Welcome into my home on Saturday, September 9th, 2017 at 3 o'clock. Been working on this all day, so I really hope you appreciate it. I love you. I miss you guys. Eddie, Steve, Mike, Jeff, Al, Brian, Justin, Aaron, and Joe. I miss you. I love you. And I want you to know that I've got a little breakdown action for you. First, I'm going to start off with something a little unprecedented, right? We got draft grades. And I'm not going to explain them that coordinatively. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about it. And I'm going to tell you why. And then I'm going to give them to you. And that's going to be it. Because I've done this too many times today. And it's time for me to hang it up and go hang out. So, moving right along after that, we're going to have a little SFL breakdown. It's going to be a little more extensive, as we always do. And then I'm going to say goodbye and good luck and rest and relax until Sunday. And we'll be in touch, I'm sure. I hope you're enjoying this video today. Check me out at SDM Savarese, SDMSAVARESE on Twitter. Sean Bow on Flickr. Just generally search for me on Google, Sean Savarese. See a lot of cool stuff out there, pictures, articles, other things, videos like this one. All right, launching into the draft grades for the Sydney Football League are as follows. What I did was I looked at your draft recap, and I went down positionally, and I looked at player ranks and position ranks for each of those. Then for each position, I averaged up your player ranks, which is based on points scored per position, and I averaged those up, and then I generated a number with that average, and I generated a grade from that. Then I averaged all your positional grades up and came out with one general draft grade. Here we go. The best draft grade for wide receiver goes to Justin with an A. The best draft grade for running back goes to A+ for Steve. The best draft grade for quarterback, A+ for Sean. The best draft grade for tight end goes to A+ for Al. Okay? Notably, we have our overall draft grades, and I'll rattle them off now. Lowest draft grade goes to Joe. Joe, I'm sorry. The only thing that hurt you really was you drafted heavy in the rookie realm running back, and it puts your overall running back average player rank at 76th. Because now, I'm going to explain this to you quickly. I didn't factor in running backs because they're unranked because they didn't score any points last year in the NFL because they were playing in college. So I didn't even add them into the factor. I didn't give them some random number, and I didn't average them into nothing. I just didn't count them. It's like you didn't have them on your squad. That's why you received such a low grade, and I'm sorry, okay? Now, Joe, you received the B-. Not bad. We all drafted very well. We always do. B- for Joe. A B for Erin. A B for Brian. A B for Al. Al and Brian actually had the same score. A B+ for Eddie, 1 point higher. A B+ for Mike, 1 point higher than that. An A- for Justin, whose total average player rank for all positional players is 17th overall. And me, finally, with the best draft grade, and I'm sorry, this is just how it worked out. I didn't plan it. I didn't coordinate it in any way. This is my formula before I started, and it just worked out this way. My overall player rank average is 10th. That's, if I add up my wide receivers, running backs, quarterbacks, defense, special teams, and tight ends, and average them all together as their player rank, my overall player rank average is 10th. I receive an A for my draft grade. Helped a lot by quarterback only drafting one and the best one. But that's your grades, boys and girls. Let's move on to the Sydney Football League breakdown. Stop this. Start this. The first breakdown to be broken down is put on for my city versus Southside Squashers. In the absence of Ajayi and Jarvis Landry on bye week with the Miami Dolphins, 5'6" is slated for 113 total points. The question lies in LaGarrette Blount, Philly tailback who's coming off the bench in place of Ajayi. Can Aaron Rodgers start out hot, or will put on for my city RELAX into a 0-1 start? Southside Squashers returning all-star Julio Jones faces off against the Bears in Chicago this week, and Erin's squad is projected to put up a respectable 106 points week 1. With a solid keeper and a healthy B-grade draft, she may have herself a turnaround season. Second breakdown is Kareem Get the Money against Cooks County Blues Train. Joe's team is ready for the top team week 1 performance, expected to post more than $125. While rookie running back Kareem Hunt hurt his draft grade, he's paying out in cash where it counts. 148 rushing yards and 2 total touchdowns against New England Thursday. Cuff has his work cut out for him. Projected to lose by 20 points. He'll need a nice turnaround rushing breakout from Rams running back Todd Gurley and some slick grabs for 6 from NFL's sickest Steeler, Antonio Brown. The Blues Train is projected to post 107 fantasy points. Our next breakdown to be broken down is Abdullah Oblongata against Fuzz Bumpers. The Fuzz family touts some top-tier rushers, Murray, Crowell, Powell, and Forte. Jeff had himself a nice draft at this position, earning the second highest grade for running back behind Steve. He's projected to post more than 107 fantasy points, relying mid-level on the play of his keeper, AJ Green, at home against the Ravens. Al has one of the best tight ends in the NFC, if not the NFL, Greg Olsen. The Carolina downed receiver is expected to catch and run for more than 65 yards, projected for 9 points, and boosting his team over the edge to a 3.5-point win week 1. 111 points projected for Abdullah Oblongata. Fourth match on the docket is Grits and Gravy against LMB. This is the closest week 1 projection out of ESPN and could go either way. G&J will need a little extra gravy to overheat Big Brother, where the team is expected to score 1.1 points too little. G&G looks to solid overall play from his entire roster this season without a true superstar on its 19-man list. 105.4 in week 1. That's your projection. Lick My Balloons Balls, arguably as the best running back roster in the league, with returning Bills back LaShawn McCoy, Bears back Jordan Howard, an enormous week 1 from Mike Gillespie and of the Chiefs, and Minnesota's Murray and Zay Jones on the bench. Gillespie could be the difference. 3 touchdowns put Steve at 106.5 projection. Fifth and final, the last breakdown to be broken down is between Charles and Charles and Gypsy Danger. Danger is projected to score poorly opening up the season under 90 points, with a respectable QB draft grade uplifting his overall draft day to a B grade. Brian hopes underperforming tailbacks won't bring him down in 2017. He needs Marshawn Lynch to re-engage beast mode and Frank Gore to knock a little of that red and gold rust off. You know what I'm saying? He may lose by more than 18 points tomorrow, sadly. Charles in charge with Dak Prescott and a solid wideout roster is set for a 109-point weekend. Will the defensive lacking of the Bengals bite him badly? We shall see as the season surges on. All right, that's it. That's all, SFL team owners and league members. I bid you a pleasant Saturday night and a supercalifragilistic Sunday. And, as always, go